What up, everybody? Everybody, what's up, everybody? What's up, guys? Another day at Upstate Karate, Team Pitch Black, sparring day. As you can tell, we got a lot of people out here, amateur, pro fighters, and people who don't even want to fight. They're just here for training. And we're gonna discuss, kind of go over on how you should be sparring. You see a lot of guys out there, a lot of gyms you go to, where people are wearing MMA gloves, trying to knock each other heads off, and that's not the way to do it. When it comes to sparring, you gotta take care of your sparring partners, you gotta take care of yourself. Not only that, but your brain, you gotta take care of that. That's something you cannot condition. It's crazy to see, or hearing stories of people got fights coming up and they get knocked out like 2 to 3 weeks before they're even supposed to fight. I know accidents happen, but you hear a lot of these stories, and that's something that you shouldn't be doing. We work the body a little bit, you can condition the body, but it's very important that you take care of that brain. And not to mention, I'm fighting the best fighters in the world, so I can't be going out there being knocked out 2 weeks before I'm supposed to fight or get cut, all right? When it comes to sparring, we wear everything. Shin pads, I wear 18-ounce gloves. Headgear, always wear a headgear. If you're not wearing a headgear, you need to poke yourself in the eye, guys. Always wear a headgear. Accidents happen all the time. I've seen people get ready for fights, not wear a headgear, next thing you know, they get cut and their fight's out. Always wear a headgear, you guys. But before we get into the action, this video is sponsored by DraftKings. This video is sponsored by DraftKings. DraftKings is the leading daily fantasy sports brand in the world, with a mission to make sports better and make better sports fans by bringing fans closer to the game. DraftKings is putting you in the center of the action with a shot at millions of dollars in prizes every week of the football's regular season with your first deposit. We all know that the first week of the NFL season was action-packed. And if you're like me, I like to make things a little bit more exciting with a little skin of the game with DraftKings. It's super easy to play. Draft 9 players, 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, a tight end, a flex, and a defense. Each player listed has an assigned salary, and a valid lineup must not exceed a salary cap of $50,000. Rack up fantasy points for touchdowns, yards, field goals, and so much more. Full rules and scoring can be found at DraftKings.com/fantasy football. Download DraftKings and enter football daily fantasy contest all season long with millions in prizes. New users use promo code Wonderboy during sign up and get a free shot at millions of dollars in prizes with your first deposit. There you have it. Let's get into the action. As you can tell, we got the old sweet t-shirts on.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, boy. My man George has got a fight coming up. Very light sparring. Headgear.
First fight, right?
Yes, first sir. MMA fight at 170. Look at this dude. What?
I've been MIA. They can't take my spot before they take me to the grave. Swear it's been too long, yeah, I can't recall your name. I've been working so hard, I'm just trying to get away. Tell me what you doing, won't you tell me where you been? If you got an issue, we can go and solve it then. I've been making M's, got this money I'ma spend. Ain't seen you at the start, you ain't coming to the end. Yeah, we been going way up, yeah, we like the view. Riding in the Benz, I might drop the roof, drop the roof, drop the roof, drop the
When you're doing MMA sparring, especially this close to fight time, you should not be going hard. Enough to break a sweat, giving your opponent, giving yourself a good feel, and that's what we're doing. I'm giving him some looks of what I think his opponent's gonna do, and he's gotta react accordingly. Working the hands, working the feet, the shots, working on timing. You don't have to go out there and knock each other out or hit each other hard to get a reaction out of them. All right, you're working on distance management, your game plan, and just kind of giving them a mental look before the fight. All right, so I gave my man George a few rounds, just giving him some look because he's got a fight coming up. Keeping it light, like I said, give him a good look. Now, when it comes to MMA gloves, I don't care what kind of MMA gloves you have, they just don't have the cushion an 18-ounce glove has or a boxing glove. So you have to keep it very, very light. More of a wrestling. So when we do a lot of MMA stuff, MMA gloves, we keep it light, but we rely a little bit more aggressive on the wrestling. So I'm going to the 18-ounce gloves, and that's what I wear. You big guys out there should be wearing 18 ounces. Number one, it makes you fast when you put on those small gloves. Number two, you're taking care of your partner as well. So you can pick it up a little bit, and it really depends on who you're working with. Somebody who's fairly new, or maybe not on the same skill level as you might wanna tone it down a little bit. You know, because you want it to be fun for them. You don't want to just beat the crap out of your sparring partners. Now, if I'm sparring like my buddy Carl, or somebody a little bit more like Chris Weidman, we pick the energy up a little bit. We pick the pace up a little bit because I know they're conditioned for it. You know, we go a little bit harder to the head. Still, we're not trying to knock each other out. We bring it up a little bit harder to the head. Really work the body and legs because you can condition those. So we're going to 18-ounce gloves. Let's go. So now, I'm gonna get a little bit of karate sparring in. My buddy Blake, the sparring that I wanna get with him, this dude is super, super tricky, especially when it comes to the lead leg. I'm trying to be like this guy, all right? But just sparring with it and the speed, especially with the smaller guys too, they make you have to be faster. So this is gonna be a fun sparring session.
sparring in the school, in the gym, in our way of thinking, needs to be a session that's going to not break down or demoralize an athlete. It needs to be a session that's going to allow the athlete to develop skills, to work timing, and not have to fear about defending themselves in the gym or in the school. Working speed, working technique. We're a big believer of developing technique. Technique and speed is going to trump power. You can develop powerful techniques with good speed and good accuracy. So that's the philosophy to the way we train at our school. As far as equipment's concerned, only 2 pieces of equipment that an athlete, a fighter wears to protect themselves is their mouth guard and the groin protector. Everything else they wear should be such that of quality that it protects their teammates, such as headgear, such as gloves, such as shin protection, all these, even elbow and knee pads. We wear all these to protect our teammates so as not to injure anyone during a training session. You might get a little scuff mark, but nobody should really be injured during a training session.
Now sometimes we have some fun. Everybody against everybody, 3 on 3. Woo! Really has to make you use your peripheral more because you got everybody on your side. So next time, have some fun with it. Everybody against everybody, battle royale. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Throw some comments down below. And you know what? Sidekick that like button. Catch you guys later.